Hi, I'm Dane Flanagan from ultraHealth Agency, and today we're talking about corporate retention. As we talk about hiring good employees, staffing, as we talk about training and keeping them there, as we talk about management and leadership, and as we talk about letting people go, we also need to talk about what it takes to keep people there and keep them at their optimum. And it's really about recognizing who they are on a day-to-day basis. Now, we never have the perfect budget and we never have the perfect world, right? But it's like this year we won't be going to Disney World or Disneyland, but we still have to keep the kids interested, right? We have to keep the kids going on vacation. So we have to be creative, and it causes us in a day-to-day basis, as we're good leaders, to how can we be creative and still keep good people there, but also recognize them for what they're doing. And we want to look at programs that are low cost, high impact, things that we can do today. Now, there's always those things that we can do next month or next quarter or next year, but we're talking about things that we can do right now, right? Things that we can put into place without even thinking about them. Like, oh, that's a good idea. Let's do it. Let's see if it works. We'll talk about people appreciation, right? It's when we're on that conference call or when we see people in the office saying, hey, you're doing a great job. And it goes for everyone. Everyone from the executive staff to the people who are working with our patients to our management to our supervisors. And we also want to recognize everyone, even the janitorial staff, right? Without a clean facility, it's hard for us to maintain, to keep things going. So our people appreciation and people recognition works in retention if we're telling everybody they're doing a good job. And there's different ways to do that. There's high fives around the office. There's lunches. There's 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 when you go to McDonald's and that 15 or 16-year-old that's working at minimum wage has a plaque that's on the wall and it says Employee of the Week or Employee of the Month. You know that that person has done a good job, and as a 15 or 16-year-old, that probably makes you feel good, right? Like I was recognized this month, and that's how people at our facility should be feeling, right? Like they were appreciated for this month. We also want to talk about incentives, right? It's not something where it's the $1,000 bonus or the $500 gift certificate. Maybe it's $5 or $10. Maybe it's a small gift that we can do for a group that's done a good job, for incentive for individuals who have really been outstanding for the week or that day. It's those small things, those 5, 10, $15 things. Maybe it's an Amazon gift certificate. Maybe it's a movie certificate. Maybe it's a small gift. It doesn't have to be super expensive, but it's something we can do every day, every week to help people shine. And we're not talking about a huge budget for this. Maybe $100 for that week, maybe 50, right? We want to talk about the small things that we can do to make sure people say thank you. Maybe it's that lunch gift certificate. We also want to evaluate our numbers as we look at um, our employee evaluations. We also want to look at our budgets, and we're not going to have the biggest budgets going forward, especially as we enter uh, a lower volume year to really give people big raises in their salaries. Well, people still have the same bills, right? And that's one of the reasons they look is that they need to pay their bills, they have to pay their student loans, their kids are growing up. So how can we look at our numbers and evaluate what we're doing? If someone says, hey, I didn't get any type of salary increase, well, what's giving someone an extra $1,000 next year really mean? That's what, $100 every month, right? Maybe $110, $120 after you talk about the taxes that go into that. At least you've done something, right? Our cost of living never goes down, it always goes up. That's just the way that our rates work, right? Our rent never goes down, our mortgage never goes down, everything always goes up. So those food groceries never go down either. Like, how can we help those people out, even if it's just a little bit? And I think the thing we have to do is we have to evaluate the numbers, but also make our employees part of the team and let them know our numbers too, right? That can't be the secret. It can't be like, oh my gosh, I'm holding on to the Ten Commandments here. It has to be a group part. A part of leadership is also sharing where you are when it comes to the numbers. We want to talk about the employee timeline. An employer told me a great story. He said, I did something out of the box, right? I brought a guy in that was overqualified and they gave him an interview. And I said, man, what was that like? He said, at the end of the interview, I asked the guy why you wanted to work here. And the guy said, I need a job. And he said, you realize you're overqualified. And he goes, well, that's the reason you should hire me. I'm going to be the best employee. The guy was there for 3 years. But for every day, that was the best employee there. Now, we can't promise that people are going to be there for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, but we can ask people to give the best days that they have. We can ask the people that they give the optimum. And on that other side, we have to appreciate them. We have to appreciate their work. We have to appreciate the timeline in which they're here. And we also have to give recognition to them for being good employees and hope to retain them. As we look at our company solutions from ultraHealth Agency, we want to make sure you know about ultraHealth Solutions, our solutions-based programs to add to your human resources, to help you hire, to help you manage, to help you train, to help you be in compliance. We're here to add on to what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. I'm Dane Flanagan from ultraHealth Agency, and stay well, stay ultra.